Okay, well, thank you everyone for coming. And my name is Nadia Touch. And today we're going to talk about 5 steps to raise motivation. So I'm your health, life, and fitness coach, and I help professional, mostly women in mostly healthcare and wellness industry to turn themselves from feeling burnout to really taking charge of their health through transformation of mindset, nutrition, and fitness, one habit at a time. Okay, so let's dive in and talk about motivation. Is everyone excited or not? But you're still here, so you want to learn. Let me see how I can manipulate the slides. Okay, so today we're going to learn and really look at what your motivation now. What is motivation? Of course, steps to raise motivation. We're going to plan and commit to take an action or several, and we're just going to have Q&A at the end, open discussion. Okay. All right, let's jump in and let's look at where is my motivation now. So we are hands-on workshop. So go ahead and use your notepad. Feel free to use the chat as well. Sometimes I know we don't want to express it in public to all of us. So really, I invite you to be very honest with yourself, first of all. So there's nothing we're going to hide here. There's nothing we're going to withhold, because we are here to look at what's going on with my motivation. How can I keep myself on the motivation level that I want to be? So I see number 7 here, 9 and 10, depending. So again, be really honest on the scale from 0, none, to 10, yippee! Where's your motivation level now? And whether it's 2, whether it's 9, we still feel, you know what, I can still do something to, or want to be at the higher level. I see 3. Okay, so chat in your notepad, go ahead and start writing those things down. In fact, I'd love you to have this digit with you today, so you can see later on. We're going to look at the time frame, so you can actually compare and reflect. What's the expression? What gets measured gets progress. Okay, motivation around exercise. Oh, you're getting ahead. Other motivation is closer to 10. 9's here. Okay, so we are here from all over the place, from 3 to 7 to 9, some 10. Okay, so I'm curious if you're 10. Oh, in some areas they're lower. Okay. So yes, and we just started going into what are you experiencing in your motivation now. So let me, I also have my notes, if you forgive me for my eyes moving up and down. So let's look at how does motivation look like for me. So what am I experiencing right now, today? So Anne mentioned, well, I'd love to have more motivation around exercise. Other areas are better. So what particular area that motivation kind of sucks? Sorry for my French. So what am I experiencing when my motivation is low? So here's how I'd like to reflect. We're going to go through a day. This is just for us to help be present with all aspects of my daily life. When I go throughout the day, here's what I'd like you to pay attention to. Write it down as well. Number 1, what circumstances around me? Number 2, emotions I'm experiencing. Number 3, feelings. Number 4, thoughts. Number 5, beliefs. So circumstances, emotions, feelings, thoughts, beliefs. All right, this can be by itself, 6-month program. We're gonna dive in, just like take a sneak peek. So in the morning, do you have alarm? Does it wake you up? How do you feel when you hear it? What time is it? So start putting those, like, put yourself in that day, part of the day. I'm reading your comments as well. Oh, yeah, finish in Texas. So when alarm sounds, how do I get up or not get up from the bed? What am I saying to myself? How is my emotions? Am I feeling frustrated, angry, and already overwhelmed? Maybe I didn't even sleep well. Don't use alarm, okay? Am I waking up still or getting up still being asleep and thinking, I just want to go to bed? You can even reflect particular time of the day. Motivations can be different, yeah, certainly areas. All right, I see some of you are really like, I got that process. Okay, thinking I should do my exercises by go for coffee. Pay attention when we say should do to ourselves. Yeah. So when you get in that coffee, what's already on your mind? The particular belief that is hanging around there. I just never gonna get ahead. In the afternoon, I hear this a lot, working 6 to 7 to 8 hours straight. I don't even have time to eat, or I didn't prepare my meal. I should do that. I must eat better. I should have better healthy choices. Feeling really overwhelmed and frustrated. I should do better. I know better. Who knows better? Comfort of sitting and being in contemplation. So when you come from this working hours, by the way, when do you finish? Do you finish when it's time to finish? Or you finish where it's like, I'm guilty myself. Last night, my eyes could not see the screen anymore. So I got to get up because I can't see the screen. So yeah, when we come home or when we start our evening ritual, what is it? What do you feel like doing? I know I should be relaxing, but I can't. And my belief, if I'm sitting and trying to rest, how am I going to spend time with my kids? By the end of the day, I am seeing those thoughts. I should do the exercise and I haven't done it. And oh my gosh, I don't have energy. The only thing I'm thinking about is relaxing in front of TV, eating something comfortable. And I know I have to spend time with my family, and I just, bad sounds very good right now. Imagine this motivation level throughout the day. And then we go like this, day after day after day after day. So what is my motivation level? By the way, motivation for what? So the reason I went throughout the day is for you to look at and being really authentic in your day. What area of my life or overall am I struggling with motivation? Very connected with inspiration, feeling energized, feeling happy, excited, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to ask you to take 2 deep breaths and thank yourself for acknowledging where you are, looking at what's happening in your day. Okay. Here's what we did. We just completed step number 1, which is acceptance. We stated what saw. We looked at circumstances, emotions, thoughts, feelings, belief. Yippee, step number 1 is done. By the way, whoever put the check mark, thank you very much. If you can maybe remove it now so it's not on the screen. It's kind of funny. And there you go. Yay, thank you. Okay. So let's acknowledge ourselves for being true to what it is there to say. It is a step number 1 to raise your motivation, is be truthful and accepting what's up. So now let's shake it out. Shake your shoulders. Let's go into what is motivation. So I'm going to show you this funny, it's the most complicated I'm going to show today. But let's look at where motivation lives. Where do we create it? Why do we create it? What's happening? So I'm going to refer to my notes as well. So we actually, overall, this is very generalized picture. Let's look at 3 parts of the brain. I'm going to start with the left side. Lizard brain or critter brain. So the critter brain is in charge of physical, it's automated, heart rate, breathing, blood sugar, anything that keeps you alive. Key here. The limbic system is in charge of generating emotions. It uses emotions to promote a sense of safety and well-being. These emotions drives us forward or away from experiences that affect love, safety, and belonging. Automated. Let's go to human brain. The cortex deals with logical human conscious mind. This is the part of us that justifies our choices and behaviors and makes, write it down, meaning out of our feelings and experiences. So lizard brain is our physical reactions, fight or flight. It always looks for a question of survival. Okay. The limbic brain, concerned about emotions, where we are loved and belonged, and if it is being threatened. Human brain likes reasons, rationales for doing things. Have you heard of like when we go shopping or saying yes, we are doing it based on emotions, so then we justify? Guess what parts of brain are working? All right, so with that said, everybody's as clear what's happening in the brain? Where is what's getting created? So our actions produce emotions. Emotions produce feelings. Feelings create experiences. And experiences create beliefs. So You probably heard in my invitations, let me tell you a secret, there is no motivation. Why? Motivation is the meaning of the experience that we create. So we are experiencing certain emotions, feelings, and then we put the meaning of being or not being motivated. Where does the meaning create it? In our human brain. I just showed that. Here you go. So let's look, how does motivation looks like for you? This is really a very individual work. Let's look at, in fact, we just talked about actions, emotions, feelings, circumstances. And I'd like you to work in your notepad, and if you got a chance also in the chat. Here's the question. When I'm motivated, what am I doing? What am I feeling? What are my emotions? What am I saying to myself? If Nadia, the person who is not you, is going to look at you, and I know that you're being motivated right now, what do I see you doing? Write it down, describe that moment, that day. So this is our just startup conversation. Of course, it can be much longer, spend 30 minutes just writing a day. But how does your experience of motivation look like for the outside person? What are you believing about yourself when you're motivated? What are you believing about the world and others? Write it down, give a visual to your brain to remember. Okay. Go ahead and use the chat, put something for me as well. Believing that I'm contributing to the world and others. Motivated when working towards a goal. Yes, what goal? What are you what is it that you're doing when you're working on that goal? So we really want to very clearly describe that experience when we are feeling motivated. Okay, I'm saying that because we are creating that experience. So again, actions produce emotions, produce feelings, produce experiences. That's where motivation lives, and beliefs. Okay, are we clear that there's no motivation? It's like power plant, it doesn't have it. We generate it by doing actions. I use these two words on purpose, doing actions. So let's be very clear what actions we want to have in that moment of feeling motivated. I feel motivated when I feel I'm working successfully on a project or relationship that is meaningful to me. So when you say successfully, what does successfully look like? So let's create that motivation now by doing our actions. Shall we? Now it's really hands-on. Let's work it. Step number one, we covered it, acceptance. State what's so. In the days where it feels, crap, this day is not going well. Number one, accept what it is. We have a process we discovered, or we covered in a few minutes ago. Number two, come on, number 2 and 3. I'm going to put them together. Let's be present to gratitude. So here's the actually 3 elements. Well, 2 elements I'm covering here, internal and external. And the third element will be a part of internal gratitude. So what is internal gratitude? Have your gratitude journal and write down what you're thankful for. Whether it's each day 10 things you're thankful for. Yesterday, I wrote down 10 things I'm grateful for my voice. Another day, I wrote down 10 things I'm grateful for my kitchen. Whatever it is, put intention of being grateful regularly. So that's the internal gratitude. External gratitude, be kind to someone else. You know how we live in our mind when it's especially those hard, tough days, and it's easy to be stuck in our thoughts and our negative thinking. It's so big. I'm so narrow focused on how not good I feel. And the way to pull myself out, one of the steps is actually do something good for someone else. When did you place a phone call last time to someone you love, or maybe don't, and just have a good conversation that makes that person feel good? Do you write thank you cards anymore? They are creation of positivity. And when the person sends you back, thank you, I received your card, that's crazy good. Or do something good for someone, open the door, all the way to volunteer. There's so many external, if I may say, opportunities. Here's another one. When we give internal gratitude and kindness, guess what we are going to receive? The law of attraction. Yeah. Oh, I see you do write thank you cards. Awesome. So when we give it or gift it, we receive it back. So a big piece of this step is take a moment and receive that gratitude back to yourself. I'm not going to bounce back. I'm not going to say and diminish something. If I get a compliment, how cute my shirt is, I'm going to say thank you. Take a deep breath and soak it all in. I'm not going to say that I bought it for $2, in a Hobby Lobby store. Yeah, writing thank you cards is something I can do more of. It takes time. But guess what? Building any habit takes time. So let's build a habit of gifting gratitude. Okay, so we got that. Write in your journal or in your notebook, what can you do in those hard days where you feel no motivation? What can you do? What will be your step? So here, write a thank you card. What is your choice? So it will be your guidebook to get yourself from unmotivated to motivated. When the brain does not want to think, you're going to open it up, read, and do the steps. In the comments, it's fun to surprise someone by appreciating something really simple about them. Yeah, you don't have to look for something deep and big. Hey, I like your shirt. Oh, beautiful lamp on your background. You can generate it right there. Look for gratitude. So thank you for the comment. Step number 4, it's a big one. Focus on your big why. Let's really bring ourselves back to memory. What in the first world what is my why? Why did I start this journey? Why did I say yes to putting myself into this program, book, seminar? What is my big why? Write it down. Sometimes we do the exercise, what is your why underneath the why? So for some of you who are not yet sure, that would be, you're going to answer. So what is your why? By the way, use the chat for me as well. So what is my why? My why is, I want to lose weight. I hear this often. Okay, you want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Well, my doctor said I need to lose 20 pounds so I can get off medications. And okay, so your doctor said that. So why do you want to get off medications? Oh, well, I want to be healthier, play with my grandchildren. So we're digging into that deep why that makes you cry and touches your emotions and feelings. We're actually digging towards that crater brain and limbic brain, that we are loved, safe, secure. Okay, but we are creating it with our human mind. There are different variations how you can see your why often. What I'm inviting you is to have your why in front of you all the time, at least twice a day, whether it's a phrase on your phone, whether it's your vision board, whether it's a sticker in front of your computer, on your bathroom mirror. See it every day. Help your brain remember, because it becomes a habit of knowing your why and actually remembering why you're doing what you're doing. Want to lose weight to feel more active, play better tennis. So when you play better tennis, when you feel active, what's available in your life? Another comment, help others age radiantly. So when you help others age radiantly, what's available in your life and in your business? Maybe what will be available that you cannot do now? I'm aiming towards, like, my ultimate goal, if I may say, for those who have been working with vision boards and big whys, what is my ideal day that I'm aiming towards, where my kids are actually going to look at me and say, Mom, I love you. Can be just that simple. Ooh, made myself cry. That's the big why that makes you cry. All right, so use your notebooks, write down what comes to your mind first. Is sometimes is it. I gotta clear my eyes so I can read this. I feel free if you want to close your eyes and just soak it in, soak what just came to you. Because the next step doesn't matter if we are not present to this step. The next step is what's going to get us to the big why step. Step number 5, make self-care a priority. Look to the right. Can you see the light bulb? Here's why. The darker it is, guess what gets brighter? The light. That's your self-care. The harder it is in your life and your day, focus on your self-care like crazy. In fact, that's what I was doing. I'm going to give you a personal, I don't even know if I ever shared that, but when I was working at the fitness club as a fitness trainer, it may sound, yeah, that is cool. My family didn't see me. I wake up at 4 a.m., train 13 people in very short period of time. Hardly to eat, hardly to meditate. Then you go home, you work on your own business. Then you work on it again and again. And then you make a quick dinner, try to go for a run, and then you go to bed, and then you wake up at 4. Where was the self-care? I don't think I mentioned self-care. But what I learned in this hard day is that I have to get the heck out of my self-care. So here's how. Follow the structure that is already working. In your notebook, in the chat, write down what is it that you're already doing that is working. Because there's already something you've been doing that is working. 1, 2, 3, eating green salad, drinking water, or doing my best to drink water. Even if you're just doing your best, you already get into the structure that is working. Sleeping well, exercising. Maybe you want to do more of it, but you're already doing some of it. Part of acknowledgement and accepting. This is actually a huge piece right here, because when it gets hard, guess what we are not feeling like doing? I am not feeling like working out in the morning. But in those days where it's tough, I'm going to tell my creator brain, if I do this, that means I'm referring to the creator brain, that I'm going to love you. Remember, love and belonging, and I'm going to work you out. Here's your workout. Step number 2. If something is not working, I'm going through menopause. I just had a surgery. I've got to change. Seek professional guidance, do your own research, and aim towards adjusting. It's a process, so let's be patient in this process. Patience is a huge piece here. And then implement new elements into already working structure. And then follow the structure that is working. So let's remember, in those days where I feel my motivation, shine your self-care brighter. Please do your notepads, whatever comes to your mind. Write it down. Listening to music is a great mood shifter, and drinking tea with taurine. Okay. So I will write this down. So this is what we are doing right now, is when you feel unmotivated, you're going to read those notes and you're going to do the actions. So meditation twice a day, workout routine, focusing on redefining my business or refining process, connecting with my team, Zoom with my grandkids once a week. Yeah. Structure that is already working. Okay. So if you know that something needs to be adjusted, write it down. What is it? Who do I need to talk to? Hey, here's what we do as health coaches as well. What kind of professional help do you need? This is a huge topic. Again, it's a full-blown program by itself, and we're going to move forward. If you have any questions anytime, please do connect with me, coachingbynadia.com. Oh, what a great. Okay, make requests when I'm overwhelmed as a caregiver. Making requests for support. Asking for help. Yeah, so it's in the element of seeking for help here. Yeah. Okay, so now let's look at your calendars. This is a picture we took a couple of weeks ago from my group coaching program, The Ultimate Transformation in the Group. We were talking about putting the self-care from your to-do list into your calendar. Do you see I'm excited about that? We want to make sure that what is already working, especially, is on our calendar. So I encourage you to open your calendar, whether it's paper, whether it's your cell phone, take a look. Does your calendar reflect your self-care actions? Do you have on your calendar time for a workout? Do you have on your calendar time for meditation? If it's your intention. If it is, put it on your calendar. Do you have a time on your calendar for an afternoon or evening walk? Why don't we schedule our personal, we are the only person we've got to live with for the rest of your life, and we do not block time for that person? Why are we blocking time for someone else, the business, other appointments, and not ourselves? So I'm going to ask you right now, when you see your calendar, go ahead and write down for now 3 things, just for the sake of this practice, 3 non-negotiable self-care actions that you know you need to do. So I hear water, I hear eating greens. For me, it's like green salad. I hear exercise. By the way, exercise, what does it mean? 2 times a week, 3 times a week? How long? So if you want to be very clear, what is my non-negotiable? When it gets dark, I'm going to stick with my non-negotiables like crazy. I'm going to brighter those non-negotiable self-cares. So go ahead and block your calendar. Where are you going to exercise? If you know you want to drink more water, go ahead and open a alarm clock on your phone. Schedule a reminder, 9 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Reminder is going to be called water. All right, use the chat for me, how it is going, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, meditation, workouts, clean eating, sleep. Is this on your calendar? So there's a little distinction here. I'm just going to quickly touch it. There is a difference between non-negotiable self-care and methods of implementation, which is negotiable. I'll give you a quick example. For example, my running, I do it 3 times a week. This week happened on Tuesday, it was raining. My plan B was I'm going to go to the gym. I did. On Thursday, I was too tired, but I did go for a walk. On Saturday, it hasn't happened yet. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Have you noticed? I'm not saying, oh no, I'm actually saying it's going to happen, but the method of implementation is different. Okay. Okay, most on the calendar, eating time, fluid, but not quality of food. Okay. So my lunch, for example, is always 11 a.m. So if you want to schedule a meeting with me, most likely I say, oh, cannot do that time. Let's treat our self-care appointments like a $2,000 appointment that you really don't want to lose. And we are not going to schedule something else on top of my personal self-care, because why am I saying yes to someone else when I haven't yet said yes to myself? So looking at your calendar, let's look real quick. Is there an appointment on your calendar right now that kind of doesn't need to be there? You're wondering, why did I actually say yes to that? I invite you to actually cancel it in the next 24 hours. Don't do it now. In the next 24 hours, cancel an appointment of your calendar that does not align with your big why. We are saying no by saying yes to ourselves. There is nothing wrong with having empty blocks in your calendar. Those blocks can be your self-care, where you sit and just breathe and be present. Allow your brain to calm down, get back to that creativity and mode of who you are. Okay, reading the notes. Water, stretching, tennis, supplements, sit no longer than 20 minutes at the time, eat 3 meals and 2-3 snacks, protein in the morning. So does your calendar reflect that? Okay, if it's tennis, when, what day, what time, stretching, when. Maybe it can be just a trigger for your mind. For example, as soon as I wake up, my trigger, water on the counter, okay? Oh, did I miss one? Okay, so let's not wait for motivation. Now we all know does not exist, folks. No one has motivation. No one. We generate by doing actions to create the experiences of motivation that has a meaning of motivation. Let's use the 5-second rule. Who has heard of it? Say I in the chat. The 5-second rule is so cool. It's almost like when you drop something on the floor. Hey, pick it up real fast. The minute you know you've got to do it, get up, drink your water, your action is right there. You only have 5 seconds before your brain kills it. You count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, physically move and do the action. If you wait longer, your brain's going to kill it. Yep, Mel Robbins, 5-second rule. If you haven't read it, please do. But here's the key. Do it every day, day after day after day. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to create a habit of generating motivation. Isn't it fun? I love building new habits, especially the ones we know we have to do. Okay, so let's summarize. No motivation. It's the meaning of the experience. We generate motivation by doing actions. Look at these 3 egg-shaped circles. Number 1, accept what's so. 3, huge blocks, all the actions, internal gratitude, external kindness. Focus on bigger why. Make self-care a priority. Shine brighter when it gets darker. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Physically move and do it day after day. Some say 7 days, some say 21 days. Do it at least for 3 weeks. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to be more natural, more organic. It's going to be who you are and what you know to do. It's going to be your habit. Folks, we just looked at the 3 steps of transformation. Transformation is the process of creating habits. Oh, I love this. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to summarize and finish up. Okay, so let me see. Big revelation. Structure life by consciously building, stacking habits. Yes, sure. Speaking of stacking and building habits, consciously by doing actions. What is your next action? At least just one action. If you know this, oh my gosh, there's so much. Choose one. Let's choose one that is the simple, not easy, but like, oh, that one is simple. For example, drinking water. I'm just saying what I hear most of the time. What is one action you can take on and practice for 7 days? Make sure it's blocked in your calendar. If you need to cancel an appointment, maybe that's your next action. I'm going to look at the chat and I want to hear everyone put it in the chat. What is your next action? Creating, generating motivation. 30 minutes walk in a day. Block it in your calendar, okay? By the way, take screenshots of your calendars. Email it to me. You can do it through coachingbynadia.com or my email is nadiatouch@gmail.com. Let me actually go ahead and type it in the chat. Yay, today I can actually read the chat. That is so exciting. And please do share this webinar with someone who needs to hear that. Okay, so move through Insta Club Hub training videos. Wow, something new to me. Nice. 30 minutes walk in a day. Put self-care on calendar and prepare snacks. Okay, so prepare snacks. You know, sometimes preparing snacks need to be on the calendar because it might take time. And put self-care on the calendar. So what self-care? What actions will I see you on your calendar? Use my words. All right. Let's please do this action in the next 24 hours. Otherwise, excitement disappears, material goes away. I want to encourage us all to take this on block it right now within 24 hours. Do stick with it for at least 7 days or 3 weeks, blocking time on calendar. Yes. So you've got the window of 24 hours, take a screenshot, email it to me. All right, so what else do we have? Okay, here's my website. The email is in the chat. Please do know that knowing doesn't make a difference. Doing does. Doing conscious actions to stack your habits. Take one action, do it within 24 hours. Use support, use accountability. I do privates. We have group Ultimate Transformation where we work out together. We do coaching together. Ask for a body, ask someone who's actually going to move you forward and not say, hey, honey, you deserve, here's your popcorn. Let's see, watch a movie. That is good too, when it's on your calendar. You're going to say, oh, my calendar is this right now. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the link on the bottom. There's a special, nobody yet knows. It's not going to be on the website. It is a limited time. For 2 weeks, for $1, you can experience our live group transformation, which is fitness and coaching, and you can experience subscription base, which is monthly, do it on your own, recorded workouts and coaching, just for $1. And you can do it for yourself, or you can do it for me to check it out, because it's our new special. If you see something that needs to be improved, send me a message. All right, with that said, so let me see what else we've got. Request Noel to help mom Saturday, Sunday morning, and with cleaning and exchange for loan on her car repair. All right, there's some actions being planned here, very precise. When is the request going to happen? Next 24 hours. Here's your answer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is our last one. I am going to go ahead. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. And I'm going to stop the recording really soon. And we're going to open up for open discussion, Q&A as well after the recording stops. So if there is a question that you would like to address more in private group, like we are here, feel free to do that as soon as I stop. So we are also at 11:54. We will be done officially at noon Central Time. I love my 3 group workouts at 6:15, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's on the calendar. Yes, and our afternoon group, I hear it from my ladies. It's on my calendar. It's not negotiable. My husband asked me to go to the store. I'm like, honey, it's 2:40. My class is at 2:45. I'm going to do it after the class. So non-negotiable. Okay, you're going to request in 10 minutes. Perfect. All right, very good. So any questions, anything else, any reflections? What is your action? I don't think I've seen everybody else put in the chat your action.